I've always wanted to be an artist. It's something that I've known about myself ever since I was a child. I was drawing portraits when I was a kid. I was sculpting the Play-Doh as a child, and I knew that it was kind of strange to be sculpting as a child, but I was sculpting Play-Doh figures, figurines, historical figures. Where I grew up, there was a printer, an old-time offset printer with these great big printing machines. The printer had a room full of scrap paper. I'd run over there and knock on the door. He would just wave me on. I'd follow him into this back room over feast. So I would just grab, and I would fill them all up in a few days. Go back over there, grab, fill them all up. And I absolutely loved it. It was joy. You know, you experience that as a young person. How do you not know who you are? You know who you are. Even if someone tells you you're not that, you know who you are. You know you're a visual artist.
The art department at Freehold High School consists of passionate students and a dedicated faculty. Mr. Daniel Finaldi provides his students with an environment in which they can explore themselves and their creative abilities. Because of this, students flock to the art room to spend extra time on their work. We asked them about this work and their thoughts on art.
I like painting landscapes and like trees and stuff because to me they're like extremely difficult because I think it like represents life in a way, because I mean you go through all these different stages in your life and nothing's the same, even though they might be the same like category or the same group. Yeah, that doesn't mean that they're like identical.
I think people would be fun because like when you're painting or drawing or doing anything with a person, you can like capture that kind of moment that they're in, you know, like what they're feeling, what's around them.
I like people most. As an introvert, like I like to spend time alone most of the time, and then like it's sort of ironic, I guess, for like painting people, but like I guess their facial expressions and their stories sort of interest me more than like a still life of like fruits.
I do quite like portraits, which I've really done before art class this year. I think, well, the human face is very interesting in that there's like a lot of variety in it.
Mostly, I like to focus on buildings and architecture. I really like to look at images and paintings that are like very straight lines and they just look very real and the colors are very real. Once it's done, it just feels like really good because like to know that you could do it sometimes without using a ruler or just like by your own hand, being able to do that, it's like really rewarding, I think. So I think it's inspiring to recreate something that already exists, but like being able to do it yourself.
What inspires me is basically stories, and at the same time like beauty in art itself. Like when I look at people and their beauty and the nature of beauty, like I sort of want to recapture it onto like a paper or even a canvas.
My dreams affect my artwork a lot, I'd say. I'm influenced by, I guess, my morals, I guess my religion, I guess the people around me and stuff, and sort of what they're doing. The people are very friendly, very open. I don't feel uncomfortable at all.
Well, when I first kind of came into the art community here, I was very nervous, and I remember on the first day I was too scared to even breathe really loudly because I was just so nervous. But then everybody here is very open, and it really helped me feel better about like making my own pieces. And then when something was really good, it felt so good hearing it from like older people.
I think it's easier not to compare yourself to other people. So I don't know why people say they're not good at art or why something looks bad, because it's just you.
Some people might feel insecure about their art compared to others. I let go of that phase of being insecure and like notice that everyone has their different styles, and that like the world of artists is basically the whole world in such a beautiful form.
Since Mr. Finaldi and I were really close, that's probably why I really enjoyed coming here and painting and things like that. I didn't really realize how much I liked art until I started talking to him.
He compliments a lot, and I feel like if you compliment someone, it gives them the confidence to draw.
Well, I mean, this is sort of like the most professional setting I've had. So I think it's just kind of inspires me to try a bit harder.
It's the class I look forward to like every day. Like I guess I find like more meaning in art I'm more happier, I guess. I guess I get to be myself. I guess it's the most cheesy answer I can say, but like, I guess that's how like I find meaning in my day. Just like drawing. Like, that's what I want to do like every day most of the time, just draw.
Sometimes you just get something so right and you just want to keep going and going, or something is so challenging and like you just want to keep trying and kind of like get lost in it.
Creating something gives you like this sense of accomplishment that can help you feel a lot better as a person.
I'd say my feelings are usually just mostly accomplishment, and then the stress sort of comes off a little bit too.
You can like draw what you're feeling, and then you can like let out anger, stress, or anxiety.
That's what art does. It's a representation of culture. Like, it's a representation of yourself. It's like making friends. Like they know about you, and it's like the same when you're creating art because you want that same relationship you have with your friends. You kind of want to express that.
There's more to just like looking at a picture than just like looking at it.
I guess that's it. I really like art class, and I really like art at Freeldboro.
I have all students. I have med-science students. I have community students. I have students who are English not their first language. Immigrant students. It doesn't matter. The language of art opens up the door to this spiritual experience. I think about these things all the time. I'm walking, I'm talking, I'm reading, I'm always thinking visually. So I'm not, you come here, you learn some things about what I do and how I think about it. The good thing is with somebody who does it, it's not an academic approach, it's a practitioner approach. Even if it is a small spectrum, galaxy of stars of art, So that's why I teach what I teach. So that's why I do it.